Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to our English teacher, Madam Eliana binti Wahi, and my fellow friends. I am Nur Amalin binti Muhammad Nur Firdaus from Class 6 Khadijah. Today, on this fine day, I would like to present a public speech about the advantage and disadvantage about bringing handphone to school. It is an issue where it could be implemented soon. Before it takes place, let's look the pros and cons of this matter. Handphones, mobile phones, tablets are becoming common in almost everywhere in our society. Even now, small children have it too. Today, it has become a must-have item to everyone. Even now, if I ask the audience whether they have a handphone, probably almost all will say yes, isn't? Well, as for now, this question excludes the students, because students are still prohibited to bring handphone to school. But if students are allowed to bring handphone, most probably all the audience in this hall will say yes. But then, is it a good idea to allow students to bring handphone to school? In every story, there are two sides of contrasting ideas. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to let the audiences know the advantage and disadvantage of allowing students to bring handphone to school. Teacher and friends, let me start my speech by stating the first advantage of students bring handphone to school, that is, to make communication easier, especially between parents and their children. It will allow them to communicate with each other at any time. In the past, parents often never knew where their children were until they came home. With handphone, parents can check up on their kids and arrange transportation or relay important information if necessary at any time they want. Like for example, the children can tell their parents what are their activities and thus make the parents less worried about their children's whereabouts. Secondly, handphones can be a valuable tool in emergency situations. For instance, if a student is severely injured or there is a crisis situation, the phones can allow the students to contact authorities or anyone for help. Thirdly, with the technology available, it can help the students to learn more. More easy access to the internet, students can search information on the internet easily. But it could also be the other way around. Students use the internet to find fun instead of studying. Now, I will focus on the disadvantage of students bring handphone to school. Firstly, is about theft issue. With more and more attractive phones available, there are good chances of phones being snatched or theft. This happens because some pupils might not be able to afford it. Thus, the only way for them to have it is by stealing it. Students also can make extra money by stealing the handphone and sell it. Moreover, students can at times be clumsy keeping their things. We all know once the item is gone, it will be gone forever. The price on handphone is not cheap, and when the theft issue arises, it can cause a lot of other trouble. Secondly, the phone can cause distraction in lessons. Some students that did not shut off their phone and suddenly get a phone call will distract the lesson in the class. They also can play games in hiding during the lesson. With so many students in the class, teacher could overlook these students. This is one of the instances of students misuse the purpose of handphone. By bringing handphone to school, it also will hinder pupils to study more as they are much prefer to play games than to read books. They only use the privilege given for their own joy only. Thus, the passion for learning for many students will be decreasing, and this is bad because study is important in life. Only with more knowledge, we could be more developed. But if this young generation do not like to study, it will hinder us to become more successful. My teacher and friends, I have lined out the pros and cons of allowing students to bring handphone to school. Now, it is up to us to decide and choose what's the best decision on this issue is. Well then, I arrived at the end of my speech, and thus I would like to all for lending your ears. Therefore, I end my speech with thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you.